Have you ever been out riding, doing something that you've done 100 times, but on this particular day you crash and you end up getting hurt so much that it shakes your confidence completely away? What do you do to regain that confidence? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. This is what I use to build confidence or rebuild confidence if I've crashed and I've lost some of it. Everybody has a comfort zone. That's your comfort zone right there. Some are bigger and some are smaller, depending on who you are. But this is important because everything that you do inside the comfort zone, you are able to do it with the right body movement, precision. Outside of the comfort zone, there's this other boundary, and it is not, this is the fear or the panic zone. And I'm not talking about the in-between part, I'm talking about out here. Out here, you no longer perform optimally. You tense up, you can't get the right body movement, your timing is off because you're overpowered with the fear. Depending on where you are riding here outside your comfort zone, can help expand everything. So going back to rebuilding my confidence, if I crash when I'm here inside my comfort zone and I lose my confidence, I have to kind of step back even further back in my comfort zone in order to regain it and then start working out. If I crash somewhere out here, outside my comfort zone, depending on how far, it can fall into a category where it's I expected it, and I don't have to change much because I haven't really lost my confidence. So that where you crash and where you're riding dictates where you're going to go to rebuild your confidence. So for me, a crash here means I'm going to go back probably to my comfort zone, and I'm going to pick something that is challenging for me, but something I like. So I like riding on loose rocks that roll and move underneath the motorcycle. It's not dangerous, and it allows me to regain that balance of the machine, control the throttle, the clutch, weighting whichever foot peg needs to be weighted. And when I can run those lines clean, it definitely comes back as a confidence builder for me. And then I can start stepping back out into other areas, further away, closer to, just depending on what I'm riding and what I'm trying to learn. I'm also trying to expand my comfort zone. So if I'm riding out here slightly outside, but I'm learning to do it with the right body movement, the right throttle, the right clutch, things are going correctly, it tends to expand the comfort zone that grows. As that grows, that doesn't mean that this area stays the same. When I'm growing my comfort zone, I think I'm also growing this panic or fear zone. I don't think they grow at the same rate, so I could continue to increase my comfort zone and have such a big comfort zone, but the The panic zone might not have grown very far. It may be very close. It may just be out here and hasn't grown as far, but I am expanding everything. So I think of it as these series of circles as my zones and where I want to be and where I need to be to rebuild confidence when I lose it. Just got a couple areas where you've got to go over these rocks and make a climb. So here we go. Oh, there was a jackrabbit over to the other side. All right, here go the loose rocks. It's a little bit more challenging downhill because you've got more weight on that front tire, so if it wants to tuck, it will have a little bit more weight to tuck it. And on the way up, you kind of lighten the front by kind of wheeling a little bit. So you need to go both ways, up and down. We're just going to go straight through, no zigzags. All right, when I turn around, that's going to be the line where I crashed and got hurt. And since that has happened, I've been riding all of the loose rocks that I'm going to show you guys in this video. But now I'm going to go ahead and give this a new attempt. Right there is where I crashed. Almost broke my tailbone. Very painful. But that's a clean. Oh, it's kind of like getting on that horse that bucked you off. But not straight away. I had to rebuild my confidence first. Sand, and the more I ride on it, the looser it gets. All right, a couple cleans. The only thing missing here is water. Man, I wish we had water here. Then I could say, yeah, it's similar to what some of these guys in the UK ride, because that just adds so much more difficulty to the line. All right. Here, it turns into all iron it'd be slick. That's what I'd love to ride. Josh and I have to go back up and do that water line again.